city on lock. Got the city on lock.
Erase the cracks on the floor tonight. Neon shadows dance in the broken light. A heart beats loud, but it's out of sync. Lost in the rhythm, I can't quite drink. The air is heavy, it pulls me in. Pull me in that twisted maze. Glow, glow, shadow glow, falling deeper. I don't know. Glow, glow, shadow glow, pull me under. Don't let go. A mirror screams, but it's not my face. Reflections twist in a fevered haze. The crowd is asleep, but I'm still alone. Chasing whispers I'll never own. Yeah, it's heavy, it pulls me in. Pull me in that twisted maze. Glow, glow, shadow glow, falling deeper. I don't know. Glow, glow, shadow glow, pull me under. Don't let go. Shadow glow, falling deeper. I don't know. Glow, shadow glow, pull me under. Don't let go.
Welcome to the Game 7 Esports Winter Open number 3. I'm SpottyFC joining you here with Game 7 Esports action. Here we go, it's number 3 of 4 in terms of qualifiers for these teams to compete, and we're up yet again with another double elimination bracket here. We're starting in the upper semifinals. For all of you wondering here, $100 tournaments with Arctic Ace Esports and ttvvelocityrll, a team returning from a previous event, albeit under a new roster. ttvvelocityrll made top 3 last event, but that roster has disbanded and has been completely reformed, so now they're looking to retake a spot in the top, having lost the 12 points they gathered from last event. For Arctic Ace, this is their first time here. They're already guaranteed a couple points in this bracket, but the teams playing tonight, they're looking for one thing, and that is to win this event. This is a big match for both these teams. Second seed and the third seed playing in a best-of-3 match in the upper semi-finals. As for TTV Velocity with Luca, Velocity, and Zaf. Arctic Ace Esports on the other side with a team comprised of Hazy, Hudev, and Envy. Get a reminder that and that there's $100 up for grabs. That you gotta make that grand finals guarantee a part of that prize pool, but $100 up for grabs, a lot to play for. This is the kind of thing you'd want to compete for. This is the kind of thing that you won't want to miss. What a big opportunity it is for both these rosters, as it seems like everybody is ready to get things underway already. As here we go, let's get our best of 3 going. Arctic Ace Esports on the blue, it's ttvvelocityrll on the orange here, and for Velocity looking to retake another top 3 spot from last event. Again, under a new roster though, with Luca and Zaf, as instead of what was his roster, I think it was Ringa and Lewis from last event. This one gonna be a little different. Arctic Ace on the other side though, with Hazy Hudev and an infield pass. It's already a goal for Velocity. Arctic Ace maybe not paying attention so easily. A double commit will definitely allow things to opening up, and then Zav finding Velocity on a quick pinch. Arctic Ace coming into this thing as that number 2 overall seed. This is probably their first major match of the brackets and could be, again, I think a match that we may see appear again in the grand finals. For now, though, again, the pressure's on to perform here, and well, I know for Velocity at least, having not even made the grand finals in the last event, looking for a little bit of redemption with this newer roster. Infield pass, Hazy will keep things up and away. Hadev will be pinched back by Velocity. Luca with room. It's a best of 3, so a very short matchup, meaning you don't exactly have a lot of time to prove yourself. Of course, reminder with the points, with how many points are on the line. There's a tournament at the end of this whole thing. You're not just getting points for nothing. You're getting it for a chance to compete in the Game 7 Winter Cup in February. And, well, Arctic Ace looking to get their starts late in the qualifier, but here, nonetheless, you got to be part of the top 8 teams by the end of the 4 qualifiers. So, more than enough chances for any team to join at this point to make it into the top 8. Reminder that the Velocity and Go are technically setting their own run here, having lost other points from their last event. As infield will be Luca to clear. Ooh, a double commit with Velocity, wide open net for AZ. And Arctic Ace will see that one. A gimme in front of the net. And a mistake that you do not want to be making at this point. Hazy with a wide open look. And Arctic Ace Esports, I don't think they could have believed just how easy it was for them. But they won't be complaining, that's for certain. As they're now up by 1 and take the lead in game number 1 of this best of 3. Clear back. Arctic Ace denied in the midfield as it will be Luca up front, and TTV Velocity with a heavy push. That net's a bit open here. The follow-up's high. Here goes Hadev. And it will be in. Arctic Ace Esports make it 3-1. There's still 3 minutes to go in this game. There seems to be no semblance of defense. A fully chaotic battle between, again, rosters that are looking at their first start and getting their first points in this bracket. Again, the only person here who's actually competed in past events is Velocity. As a play to the side wall, we'll have Zaf waiting in the midfield. High flick, still Velocity, blocked by a defender on the back wall, as it will be Zaf as well, forward for TGV Velocity, but not for very long. They'll go back. Hazy on the dunk, he's looking to keep things close. Taken away by Velocity, but Arctic Ace not having no issues really taking the initiative in this game. And, well, again, you gotta give credit to Velocity's defense. When your opponent is this proactive, it starts to really cause problems for you. TGV Velocity with a lot of work here as a play there. Started from Luca. Now Velocity able to take things away, looking for the bump. Kept back in by Hadev, and now they're going to take it away from Zaf. Room for Arctic Ace as they'll still chase this one down. Boost here for Arctic Ace as a pass in off the corner. Zaf can't, Hazy can't go, and TGV Velocity will stay with this thing for now as cleared back. Velocity challenged by 1, and Zaf's got to get back quickly. A challenge jumping in, Arctic Ace, or at least put in the pressure. Hazy to follow. This one's rolling in, actually. Hazy's going to get the last touch on this one and make it 4-1 for Arctic Ace in this best of 3. And Arctic Ace really, I'm sure, concerned, but oh, that's a great follow-up. 1 back in it, and I was going to mention something about Hugh Dev and that kickoff. Intentionally looking like an intentional lose, and well, it definitely worked that way. A great start for Arctic Ace. And 5-1, only adding more to hurt this team comprised of Velocity and Co. A tumultuous start in this upper semifinals. Again, for a player who last event only made into the top 3, expecting a whole lot more. May have to fight from the lower bracket if things continue this way. to the back wall will be Hazy. Kept out. Velocity now. We'll keep it airborne as Luca, unable to put things in midfield. This will be kept upfield by Velocity, but unable to keep it that way. Arctic Ace going the other way, and flip resets will at least put some pressure at this point near the minutes ago. We're going to try to keep things calm as a bump in front. This is going to make things easy for Hazy. Well, it's 6-1 at this point. Arctic Ace. And they want this game to be over here, so we'll give them the courtesy here to let this game end. Just like that. We'll end game 1 for them. Arctic Ace, I don't think we'll be too concerned about that. 6-1 for them, and TTV Velocity really feeling that pressure now. Again, for a team that, for Velocity at least, I'm sure he's feeling a lot more of that pressure. Again, was here last event in the Winter Open number 2. That one he, I believe, also lost in the winter semifinals. Yeah, he did. He got swept by TRR in what was, turns out to be a perfect sweep. So, obviously hoping for that to not continue here in this part of the bracket as well. While we are waiting on the other side of the bracket to actually catch up. It's right now empty space, looking to play against the winner of JPR with a C and TRR. We'll give you an update on how those matches are going as we continue on with this one. Well, as for now, Arctic Ace with a 6-1 Game 1 win. We'll see how things progress, but for now, game number 2. And for Arctic Ace, the chance for them to, as we got a lot more on screen, as the chance for them to go to the upper finals already. They would guarantee a 3rd place finish at least. Obviously, they're looking to win this thing, and they've, at this point now, are the top seed to do it. The number 1 seed's already eliminated, but, that's a good start for Velocity, and he wasn't even shooting that one. He was just looking for a dribble. They're gonna go ahead at Arctic Ace trying to take it away, but that one goes right to the back wall. Not a great showing in the first 20 seconds. Oh, at least for TTV Velocity RL, they'll gladly take it. They need any advantage at this point, now needing to make a reverse sweep. Again, they might have a bit of deja vu from last event for Velocity, because again, he lost the winter semifinals, and it wasn't even really all that close. It was 2-0, 2-0 for TR. So, while it was much less high scoring than this game, and we've already seen more goals from the last game than we did the entirety of that previous series, it was dominant from TRR. They definitely look like the better team. Sure, Velocity would like to avoid what would be a return of, and a little bit of return of what we saw before, but that's a great shot from Udev. Arctic Ace on an infield pass will clap back with one of their own. That's just a nice soft pass, and Arctic Ace having no issues taking it. Who's E, though? I should check actually who E is on Arctic Ace. I should absolutely know who that is. And yet I've forgotten. That's Envy. There we go, I remember their name. That's Envy of Arctic Ace. 4 minutes still to go in game 2, though. Arctic Ace, though, gonna keep things the way they have been and looking to add a little more. Again, run away with things. I don't know if that's nearly as likely, though. If you consider game 1 more of a warm-up, I really don't think that's going to happen. I think we're going to see a much closer battle. But TTV Velocity looking to get one back. It's Velocity who finds a dunk on Hazy. A little bit of room in the midfield, but Envy keeps it out. Udev will be next. Midfield. Velocity gets through Hazy, but Envy next and Arctic Ace sort of clearing the ball downfield. This is not going to favor them at the end of this play. But at the very least, it's testing if Velocity is able to keep his nerve, if they're able to play the defensive. The answer should be yes. This is definitely I mean, at the very least, Velocity at least is a player that has a pretty solid defensive structure. But we'll see how this team follows. Right now, though, pressure is mounting. Hazy sends one on target, easily blocked by Zaf. Luca won't have this one, but Velocity will, and that's going to fool Udev. Envy's waiting. They'll be the next one to go. Arctic Ace staying with it. As Zaf gets through two players. Velocity! Double tap! Bang! Well, he's no stranger to these kind of shots, Velocities. He hit at least one of those last tournament. I think it comes as no surprise to see one here in Game 2 with the upper bracket life on the line now. Arctic Ace quickly looking to get that goal back. We'll have to play a little bit of defense before they even have that chance. Envy will hold. It's a great touch, though, and he's got a lot of room. Resets. Easily kept away. Velocity makes smart decision there not to force it. And Arctic Ace will go again. Udev with Envy and Hazy are both up. Velocity is going to block this one. Shot for Envy. He'll have this. Past Luca. Udev. Surely it is wide open. And it is 2-2. Arctic Ace will not back down from the challenge. But again, the best of 5 in the winners' finals up next. The winner of this series. A matchup that, at least on paper, seems to be easier than this one. Again, with the number 1 seed gone and everything. It is on paper going to be an easier matchup for either of these teams, but again, we'll get you updates on who exactly is going to show up there. That's a great clear from Hazy. Velocity's going to get back quickly for this one. As up next is Udev. Infield pass again. Luca. No touch there. Will find Zaf. Envy. Ooh, I don't really know if I feel like that first touch was good enough, but he does a great job at following it. And Arctic Ace, though, a little bit mixed up on the rotation. Will not be too concerned, although they're going to have to play some defense here. Envy, not able to get past them all. That's a shot. Will be Arctic Ace on top of things. Cleared away. In the midfield, Envy's going to be next to this one. Great first touch. Will keep control. Now, able to force Velocity into an awkward play. Hazy, no boost left. Udev to follow. Zaf. Hazy. Arctic Ace will stay with this one. But TTV Velocity on target. Zaf kept away as Hazy got to the end of it. Now they'll clear it out. Udev. The corner. Luca. Velocity will take it away. And now they've got room. Velocity with Zaf up front. Going to the back wall. Double tap. He's hit one already. And nearly had another one in the final dying moments of this game. Hazy at this point, I think, just playing for time. Velocity looking for one last chance in regulation. Udev, though, keeps it back. Will force TTV Velocity to wait. Infield for Envy. TTV Velocity keep this thing up. I don't think they want this, though. Well, maybe they want now. Envy. We'll get around Luca. Has Udev. Corner. No double tap on the end of it. And we will have overtime. Arctic Ace, if they can score next, this series is theirs. They advance to the winners' finals. And it will be Velocity, who again just cannot seem to get himself into the... cannot seem to make life any easier for himself, even on this new team. As Zaf midfield. Luca. Envy. With room. Out to the ceiling. Zaf will hold. Velocity. Udev. Off the back wall. Luca will hold on to this one, and Arctic Ace doing a great job at winning the midfield right now. It's really where they got to rely on this game, is that midfield. They can win the midfield, they'll have chances, and even with how good the defense is out of Velocity, as long as you keep putting chances on him, he's not going to hold on forever. As now, here may be their chance. It's Envy. Needed more on that one. Velocity will be at there. Luca. Looking for a follow-up will be instead UDEV, and they've got room for a second touch. Here goes Envy. He could have put that on target, though. Missed opportunity. And Velocity will take it. Flicked upfield. UDEV to Envy. Arctic Ace to the side of the field. Will have room. Luca choosing to wait will at least force out the play from Envy. Now a flip reset taken away by Hazy, who does a great job of covering all those options. Now they'll pinch it across. Last touch there from, I believe it was Velocity. And it will be the other way as a mistake off the corner. That left a bit of an opening there for Luca. Almost the open net that would have given them the win. Instead, Arctic Ace will keep the plays upfield. Zaf, Hazy blocks. Velocity now. Bumped by UDEV. It will be Envy to follow. Double commit for TTV Velocity. And this is going to make things a little easier. Velocity, the only one with a plethora boost right now, will use it to get rid of the ball, but Arctic Ace still up for it. It's Envy with a redirect past Luca. Zaf's going to wait. UDEV with an open chance. But it will be easily read by Zaf, and now cleared back to the blue half of the field. Every time Arctic Ace gets offense, it's TTV Velocity who finds a way just to clear it back, reset the momentum, reset the play, but they have not been able to hold any real mainstay in the blue half of the field. They have not been able to keep offense. The longer this goes, the more you feel like they are going to fall apart eventually. UDEV, top corner, that's just wide. It's Envy to follow, and Luca who's on top of it. UDEV will keep it to the middle of the field. Actually, that's going towards the orange net. Arctic Ace will backpedal. As Velocity almost had the shot there, UDEV had to get in front of it. As Luca, not a great touch. Chance up to the crossbar and kept out. Zaf with a crucial final touch on that one. As now a flip reset for Luca. Saved. Follow, not there. Velocity though still going. Zaf, oh, he got an extra touch. Didn't need that one though. And here's some offense that this TTV Velocity team has been looking for. Couple very good opportunities. And still no goal in sight. Luca, played by Hazy. Arctic Ace back upfield in control, but now I'm sure a little bit more scared knowing that if they give up a counterattack to this TTV Velocity team, it might just be all over. Hazy. Oh, it's a great touch from Luca. Only one back right now is Envy, and Luca knows this. Reset. Resets, and it's Envy still. Zaf. An Arctic Ace. I thought with the way that this game's been going, would have seen a goal sooner rather than later. And yet, 4 minutes in the golden goal territory, still nobody's been able to decide this one. Either Game 3 or the end of the series rests on these players. Luca looking for Zaf. Recognized by UDEV and followed up by Envy. We'll need a little bit of support. That pinch is going to favor Velocity. Zaf cleared away. Nobody's home. This is going to end it. One overcommit too many. And it's Arctic Ace Esports who have Game 2 and the series with it. Over 4.5 minutes and a little bit too much antsiness for TTV Velocity. And unfortunately for Velocity, it's a second straight event where they will lose in the winners semifinals and have to battle from lowers. That'll end it in just 2 games. Arctic Ace Esports will advance further. As for the way that the rest of this bracket is looking, it's TRR versus Empty Space. Of course, the winner of that now guaranteed to play against Arctic Ace Esports in the winners finals. Well, what a start to the night, that's for certain. A 2-0 sweep, but one that includes a rather lengthy overtime. And we'll be waiting just a little bit longer to see who will be in this upcoming matchup. For now, though, what's guaranteed is that Arctic Ace will be one of those two teams in our next series, again, the winners finals. Again, a reminder, they'll be playing against the winner of TRR and Empty Space. For now, though, we're going to go to a break. We'll get to play a little bit of music. When we come back, we'll have the winners finals for you, a best of 5 to guarantee a spot in the grand finals for one team. We'll see you all very soon with more action.
Would you feel better if I said that this touch could last forever? Every moment I'm with you feels like heaven. If I said this is love, would you feel better? Better. Would you feel better if I said that this touch could last forever? Every moment I'm with you feels like heaven. If I said this is love, would you feel better? Better. Would you feel better?
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we make them mundane a masterpiece. Oh my love. Now take a look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. How would you lay me down to dead and buried on the edge of your knife, staying drunk and revive. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so loud. We'll be ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, no sanctuary. Try to be with your touch, will Lord return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds We're jealous, know where we fall. We'll be ordinary. You got me kissing the ground. We're the sanctuary. Try to be with your touch. Will not return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds. We're jealous, know where we fall. We'll be ordinary. You got me kissing the ground. We're the sanctuary. Try to be with your touch. Will not return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds. We're jealous, know where we fall.
You gotta believe in the voltage that lives inside us. So let's buckle up and break our walls down. Whoa. You gotta believe in the voltage that lives inside us. You gotta believe there's something more. You gotta believe in the voltage that lives inside us. You gotta believe there's something more.
Welcome back here. We have a big match to go. The winners finals is just around the corner. TRR takes on Arctic Ace Esports, and boy am I looking forward to this one. Another great matchup here, as we'll get things underway in just a moment here. I'm looking forward to what we're going to see on this one. TRR are our #1 overall team for the last couple of events in terms of the points that they've held. Not the team expected to win this tournament, but a high seed nonetheless. And I mean, you'd be a fool to think that they didn't have a shot in this one. But they've made it to the winner finals in every event so far. At this point. They have 1-1 back in Open 1. They lost their Open 2 match, though, and this one, crucially, I think it was, to Zave All-Stars they lost in Open 2. That one, to a 3-0 sweep, so they really got rocked in the last major event. We'll have to see, obviously, how they perform during this one, but at the very least, they did at least go through Empty Space with a 2-0 sweep. Empty Space, of course, now forced to play through the lower bracket, a rather lengthy lower bracket. Their first match in lowers is against Basement, so we'll see how that goes. We'll give you updates, of course, as everything's going in the lower bracket. Who makes it to the lower finals will be on, which of course will be the match on stream next. For TR, though, unchanged since their first event, KRZ, Risky, and Rajeo. We'll hopefully get them in the lobby in just a moment, though. But again, this is a best of 5 for all of you who are wondering. It's a little bit of a longer matchup. Of course, up to you to... Up to you as well to on who you think will win this one. We got a little prediction pull up for this one. I forgot to do one last series, so I apologize for that. Fortunately, no such issue this time around. But again, this is a best of 5. Winner of this gets a spot in the grand finals, gets 2 chances to take home the first prize and the 20 points that comes with it. The loser will have to go to lower finals, play a best of 3 to survive into the top 2 to get a part of that prize pool. So definitely some pressure on the line for a lot of players. But again, I'm looking forward to this, as we'll wait a little bit longer for both teams to show up. But again, a best of 5, a little bit longer, as there they are, they're all in. Let's get them in the lobby now. We've been waiting long enough. They are here, by the way, Arctic Ace Esports. They'll be on the blue again. As for TR, our team right now that has number 1 in points, they are in the orange position. I believe, with the way that things stand, they will guarantee that they'll have the most points by Open 4 as well, with the way that they've been performing this event, with the guarantee of at least a top 3 finish. They've never missed a grand finals, though, this TRR roster, and of course, not looking to do so here either. This Arctic Ace team proved to us earlier they know what they're doing, as they again took the battle to TTV Velocity. But now, though, they're on the back foot early. A lot of early challenges. It will be Rajay with the first shot that will be kept away by Arctic Ace. Yeah, obviously, the question I have, though, for TR is how do they manage this Arctic Ace team, and especially with players like Hazy, who themselves have at least proven before they are a high-level player. Definitely someone who's had the sort of RLCS experience and the RLCS results that TR do not have. So, definitely something to think about here. Especially with Arctic Ace likely being a team with a good amount of chemistry, due to the fact that they're on an org. Of course, we know this TR team's been around for a little while. They have not changed since Open 1. I want to say they're one of maybe only a handful of teams that's done that. I know, even teams like the Retirement Home, who stuck together for multiple events, have changed for this one. TR, though, again, nothing changed, although they are going to have to watch for this first goal against them. Arctic Ace with the first strike as Hudev will play the challenge with KRZ, and in goes Envy for the goal as a bump on Raggio leaves that open. An early goal for Arctic Ace Esports. As now Hudev's gonna make it 2-0. Well, right off the kickoff, that didn't take too long. Risky. Well, playing as such, that is a poor first touch. Whether he was thinking Hudev was going to bluff and let him have that clear for free or not. Not a good touch to make there. Gives himself up a little too easily. And Arctic Ace, I don't know if they saw that or just wanted to get a win in the challenge, but I want to say it's the latter. And that's why you sometimes see players go for those, because you never know with those kind of plays. And a more reasonable situation, oftentimes even when you do get to that challenge, you at least give your team offense. You don't lose field possession, field domination. TRR here, though, it's the worst case scenario goal against them. And now 2-0 down in game 1. As Arctic Ace look to keep things going, will be Raggio. Gonna get the bump on Hazy, will do so, but still an easy touch for here for Arctic Ace. Now a shot, easily kept away as it will go across the net there. Hudev with the clear, no boost left, but has Hazy needs to follow. Blocked by Risky. KRZ will let Raggio take this one. Risky now. And TRR need a goal desperately. That one nearly fell through for Risky. Envy whiffed on this one too, so here's some room for TRR. Infield play, Raggio, Risky. 1 goal back in it. Well, it got a little awkward here. A huge whiff on the back wall. And it only got worse. TRR jumping in. Hazy couldn't get to it. A lot of things falling wrong for Arctic Ace, but everything falling into plan here for TRRs. Thank you for the raid, by the way, Tasers. Nice to see you there. Hopefully your stream went well. You're joining us here for the Game 7 Esports Winter Open 3 Arctic Ace right now. We're going to make it to the grand finals here for the upper bracket. 3-1 up in game 1 of this best of 5. And yet again, the bumps flying through. And again, Arctic Ace having no problem getting rid of the defenders out of TRR with the physical plays. Couple goals now. At least 2 of them have been directly off of bump plays. Clearly, Arctic Ace have found something that TRR will need to adapt to quickly here. It's KRZ. Played by Hudev. Risky. Envy now to challenge. It's got room. Raggio to block. It's Hazy. KRZ to block. TRR jumping. Oh, they don't have this one. It will work as a fake instead. That is not the kind of place you want to be whiffing the ball. TRR, though, will get rid of it. Save their breath. Calm their nerves, or at least a little bit. Arctic Ace will wait back. 2 goals up, though. They're not the ones that need to make the need to force the initiative here. TRR on the back foot, and now it might get worse. Great block from Raggio, though, stopping the double tap from Envy. But again, Arctic Ace, I love this passing, this backwards passing that they're going for. The passing, the challenges, it's showing a level of confidence right now against this TRR team that is really allowing them to succeed. Sort of confidence, sort of composure, a sort of comfortability. That is not a good thing to say for TRR here in the upper finals, when your opponent is very comfortable playing against you, but that's the case right now. And just like they did against Velocity last round, they might be winning game 1 through dominance, as it's 5-1. Well, I don't know what to say here, but this is ugly for TRR. Arctic Ace is walking right over them. Again, this is the winners' finals, and for TRR, maybe a little bit too much of this reminds them of what happened last event against the All-Stars, where they got swept in the upper finals. Made a roadblock block that they couldn't get around. They made it to the grand finals, but it was the same story there. Swept as well. For a team, again, that's #1 in total points gathered. At this point for TRR, the question is not going to be if they're going to be in the top 8 and in the Winter Cup. They are. I mean, at this point, I don't think they need to be too worried about their spot being taken away in that Winter Cup. The question comes down to, for TRR, if they can manage against the competition there, because even though they will have a high seed, it's still double elimination. It's the same kind of format, and you're playing against the top teams in terms of points gathered. Again, my concern for TR would be, can you manage against the other teams in that Winter Cup? And I mean, events like these will prove if they can or cannot. They'll get a goal lead in this game. I think, though, this thing is far over. Game 1 will go to Arctic Ace with 20 seconds left. There's no chance for TRR to come back, I fear. But the fortunate thing is they still have a lot more series to go. This is a best of 5, so they have a lot of time to work things out. It was a whiff from Hazy. That didn't look so pretty, and TR might score from this too. It's now 5-3. Arctic Ace, maybe a little bit more concerned now. A huge whiff from Hazy. And that just left things way too easy for Risky and Raggio to connect. And Arctic Ace now need to be a little bit more concerned. That was only 7 seconds, so TRR maybe starting to get themselves in the driver's seat. Risky! Back post, stopped by Envy. And he'll just waste a little bit more time. It's KRZ, though. In front, double tap. Hazy will be there, and time will run out. A little concerned at the end of that game for Arctic Ace, but it will be their win. And the start of the series in their favor. Arctic Ace looking to make it to the grand finals, be what would be our third team to win in a Winter Open. Well, the action won't stop here, that's for certain. Game 2. For Arctic Ace, at least, what was a pretty good-looking Game 1 until the very end of it. Again, comfortable, they looked calm, they looked composed, they really looked like they were perfectly fine. I'm sure, though, TRR will look to quickly shut that down. I mean, they're going to need to do it quickly as well. Last thing you want to do is let Arctic Ace have, again, what essentially Zave All-Stars had last event, and that is a massive advantage, a massive lead, and good games to boot as well. Up goes Envy, only one left as well. 2 demos on TR players, so they're going to be very slow to get out of their half, as it will be Hazy. Oh, it's going to force out KRZ. In goes Udev. Risky will hold. Envy. Pinch in field, and will have Hazy. Raggio beat, but that shot's wide, and KRZ will hold. High flick. As Envy. Oh, he's got some room! A little dribble, a little this, a little that. Oh, and TR will be unhappy, to say the very least. That is Envy walking in. And Arctic Ace again with an early lead. And again with a chance to really make a lot out of it. Oh, but maybe not for long. Risky already with a chance, and there's an answer now for Risky. He's been definitely searching for it. And TRR looking to keep things going, although they gotta be careful! Well, they weren't. What a shot from Envy. Right off the ceiling, too. Didn't leave a lot left for them to work with. As Risky will be Envy up next, challenged by Raggio. Risky. Udev off the side wall will look in field. KRZ. Hazy now. I'll look for a play for someone in midfield. It will be Envy to take it. And with room as well. KRZ the challenge. A much closer game so far than the last one, but yet again TRR facing the deficit. Envy gonna force one. Hazy now will look to beat Risky and has done that to set things up for Udev. Infield pass attempt. Envy got to it first. KRZ maybe wasn't expecting the challenge to be there. Arctic Ace still hold on to this, but from a distance now, this is a little bit more manageable for TRR. Although, again, they are not winning these challenges. As Rajo finds Risky. And Risky will find the play up field. Hazy. Envy. Raggio already up. Off the back wall. It'll be TRR again. Bump to KRZ. Oh, and Envy's gonna be careful there. That's not an easy touch to make. Raggio. Reset. Pinch! Oh, what a block for Envy, who read that the entire way. Would have almost been an absolute screamer there from the Peruvian. An Arctic Ace just waiting for their chance. It's Hazy. Raggio. Envy jumping in. It's not a great touch for KRZ. Room for Arctic Ace and a 3-1 lead established. And for Arctic Ace, a lead well deserved with the kind of pressure they're putting this TRR team under. And really it comes down to their midfield. I think the depth of their midfield. They know when they can push up high, they know when they can stay back. It's an intelligence out of these players to know when they can and cannot be playing up high. Not really even playing up high, it's just when they know they can and cannot be pressing. We're not seeing this Arctic Ace team really ever overcommit or put themselves in a bad spot because of the midfield. Making the right decisions, to making the right calls. And it's very tough to beat a team in the midfield when they're playing like that, as now they're looking for 4-1. And we didn't really get around the ball as well as he wanted to. And Raggio now, desperate to get something back, has scored a couple late goals to TRR in crucial moments, but this game too, they'll need at least 2, and right now Hazy not looking to let that happen. Flip reset to Udev. Envy will wait back as it's KRZ one-on-one. TR needs to score here. The flick. Raggio blocked by Envy. Before that became a possibility, it pinched midfield. Raggio again. That's to the top left. And TRR are not gone from this game just yet. As I've said before, Raggio has the better ability to score some pretty clutch goals in times. They'll need one more though to have any hope of taking game 2 and at least not putting themselves in a position where they'd have to complete a reverse sweep. Oh, but that kickoff won't help them. A intentional lose kickoff for Arctic Ace. We've seen them do a couple of those before. Now Udev. Oh, great stop for KRZ, and TRR can use this. Raggio. That's off the back wall. Room to work with. It's bouncing in. It's KRZ. And with 4 seconds to go, TRR have found a comeback late. Next goal's surely the one to win it now. And Arctic Ace looking to make it happen at 0 seconds. Off the back wall, kept away. KRZ would have loved to keep it going. Instead will not be able to get to the ball in time. It is overtime in game 2. And I thought game 2's overtime from last game was pretty intense. This one, definitely matching up to it. Either triple match point for Arctic Ace or TR able to tie the series and allow a bit of a momentous return. We saw again last event, TR lose in a sweep in this position. They really can't afford them to be in that position again in open free. My concern is the fact that, again, Arctic Ace's midfield has been so good. If TR gets nervous, if they don't wish to push up in the midfield, Arctic Ace will dominate in that part of the game. That part of the game. So for TR, they've got to be willing to keep their confidence high. They cannot give up the midfield to Arctic Ace. As Udev will find a pass to Hazy. KRZ has this one. Now it's Envy. I think I was looking for Hudev across the field, but not really on the same page. Hudev a little too far, and Arctic Ace will hold on to this one for now, but just looking for options as Hazy will instead take it back right now. Good challenge from Hudev. We'll still have boost. That's not a great touch though, but Envy's there. Raggio bumped out the way. Room for Arctic Ace. Here's the shot. Not there because KRZ able to get to it first. Hudev. Oh, Risky almost got taken out. Now a shot attempt. Hazy with no boost had to get there. And now a miss in the midfield for Risky. Back goes TRR. Hazy to shoot! And to end the OT just like that. They've been in 2 overtimes on this stream, and it is Arctic Ace who have won both of them. Hazy with the last touch, the shot to do it. And Arctic Ace now 1 away from taking the series and advancing to the grand finals. Well, game 3 next up, but definitely some concerns now for TRR. They were here again last event, and it didn't go well. With Empty Space and TTV Velocity right now playing in the winners semifinals. I mean, that's not an easy match either way, but fortunately for TRR, they did beat Empty Space 2-0 to get to this point, and they have beaten Velocity before in last event in the losers finals, so they at least have a little bit of at least they have history on their side. But again, not an easy place to be. I mean, they swept the Velocity's last team. This is obviously a new team for Velocity this event, and I would say potentially even a better one. And last lower finals for TR wasn't exactly easy for them. It required an overtime win, so it would not be the place they'd want to be, and especially off of a 3-0 sweep like this one. If that were to be the possible ending to this one. Well, we'll go to game number 3 now. Arctic Ace Esports only need 1 more win, and well, with how well game 2 went for them in OT, feels like everything's pointing them being able to do it. History hasn't exactly been kind for TRR in the winners finals, and Arctic Ace have already proven they definitely have a midfield that right now nobody is able to successfully keep away. They just continue to keep testing TRR, and eventually it will work as Hazy. That's a great pass! Hudev will be blocked by Raggio. Love that creativity from Hazy. He's definitely been a standout player tonight for Arctic Ace Esports. Being able to really make plays happen on his own, but they'll need another good chance here as Arctic Ace will watch his KRZ to clear. Hazy, challenging. Hudev. Envy. The flip reset will be taken away. KRZ does a great job of getting to it, and a second touch as well, so that's going to put Arctic Ace even further back. TRR, they have boost. This roster has boost. Now has a shot. It won't exactly go in, but they're putting pressure now on Arctic Ace. Has another chance to shoot this one. Maybe even better. KRZ, though, again, shut at the net. Raggio. Double commit, but that's a great touch for Hudev, and has Hazy waiting, but will opt not to take the option. Cleared back. Envy. Hazy. Demo on Envy will leave Hazy all alone for now. They've got Hudev as well, but they're taking a more defensive posturing while waiting for Envy to get back. Risky. Hazy's there. It will be Hudev. Hazy's still up, by the way. Redirect in front. It is a little tough for TRR, but a pump will help him out. Raggio got launched in that one. Yet they're still not out of defense. Arctic Ace continuing to just make life miserable for TRR. As Envy, Hazy, still Hazy, dropping down his Hazy. Arctic Ace again continuing to find chances, and Hazy really using the back wall now. That TR doesn't have enough boost to cover it easily. Again they go, flip reset for Hazy now. And still low boost for TRR. KRZ will look to win a 50-50. This one will fall to Risky, and eventually TRR will get away from defense. That was a few minutes of nervousness for TRR. UDev. Hazy. It's KRZ. Oh, he's own gold. An own goal at terrible timing. I mean, it was after minutes upon minutes of that kind of tension. You know, and a little glimmer of hope getting out of the defensive half, getting a shot or two. And having it all taken away, Arctic Ace will find the first goal of Game 3, and now with less than 2 minutes to go, while things have definitely gotten tougher for them, they are still the better team. UDev makes it 2-0. And TR had to work to keep the game as close as it has been. And now it's all just falling away for them. 2-0 for Arctic Ace. As it will be Hazy. To the ceiling, we'll have UDev waiting, pinched back. Envy, KRZ. Raggio. UDev will right out on this play, and now still moving is UDev. They've got a shot as well. It's blocked by KRZ. Envy will get on it just to slow things down. In fact, that's actually won the ball for Arctic Ace. So they're still moving. Risky. That one will bounce off the post to keep itself out. Now UDev and Envy just keeping the ball in the orange half. They don't need to score at this point. Arctic Ace just needs to let this last 60 seconds go in their favor, and they'll be seeing themselves in the grand finals. Oh, but an own goal! Oh dear, Hazy! A fluky touch for KRZ, just looking to get offense at this point and keep the ball away. I think the last thing they were expecting was for this to end up in the net. Man, it doesn't get much worse than that for Hazy. And now TRR are back in it. Raggio. Envy dunked as well. UDev will keep this one away from the net, but TRR at this point searching and hunting. KRZ. Risky. Raggio's already airborne. Envy keeps it away. Second touch to just throw TRR all the way back to defense. KRZ will find Risky. And Risky looking to find the net. It's a bump. Cleared away, and everybody's up for TRR. It is Envy, who may have just secured the game right there. But you gotta give credit to Hazy. That is a crucial block. If they aren't there, TRR ties the game. That is a big save. And Arctic Ace likely the save to win them this game and this series. Oh, but TR not done. That's a pinch to the net. Raggio's going to go for it, but time's run out for TRR in the upper finals. This is for Arctic Ace Esports, 3-0 in the upper finals. Grand finals bound with one more win needed to take the tournament. As for TRR, it's Winter Open 2 all over again. Unable to get it done in the winners finals and beaten right there. And while that is concluded, we will have our lower finals set. TTV Velocity will be there against TRR. So a rematch of last event's lower finals. TRR again waiting now. We'll have to play that one. As for Arctic Ace, they'll get to wait a little bit longer and play in the grand finals against one of two teams that they've already beaten this tournament. But for us, we're going to go to a break. We're going to get things set up. We're going to be back very soon with the lower finals. TRR need to defend their spot against TTV Velocity.
inside my corner, yeah. When it gets cold and dark, you make it warmer. 'Cause you're on my mind, all of my days and every single night, single night. There ain't no way to get you off my mind, off my mind. Without you, I just can't breathe. You never get away 'cause you're on my mind, all of my days and every single night, single night. There ain't no.
Alright, we're gonna be back pretty quickly here. Seems like the series is about to begin. By the way, for the lower finals, as it will be TTV Velocity versus TRR. Another best of 3. Apologies for that quick cutoff, by the way. We literally just got a message from teams that they're actually making the lobby themselves. So we are up and ready to go in just a moment or two for this one. As now, I think Luke has actually changed their name, by the way, to be Morph. So, they've switched their name back to Morph. Same person, though, by the way, as TTV Velocity, by the way, is on the blue for this one, so. Let's get things going here. Again, reminder, this is a best of 3 series. For TRR, at least, and TTV Velocity, this is it. I mean, prize pool obviously relying on this one, so is a lot more points. And for TTV Velocity, they need those points a lot more right now than TRR does. And they want to be in the top 8. They'll need every point they can get. I mean, at this point, they're already in a good spot, but again, I mean, they again had to lose their points from last event, so at least for now, they would love as many points as they can get, create some separation between themselves and the teams below them. And for Velocity especially, I think he'd like some revenge. I mean, he lost his TRR team, this exact TRR team, last event in the lower finals, in a 2-0 sweep. It was close, as I mentioned before. There was an overtime in that series, and yet, still again, they lost, and again, that means no prize money, that means less points. I'm sure he'd love a little bit of revenge tonight here, as well as potentially that revenge match against Arctic Ace Esports, the grand finals. I mean, they lost them as well, but I'm sure you give them a little bit of time. Maybe this TTV Velocity team can handle the pressure. Right now, though, they have not been able to handle the start of this game. That is a wide open net for Raggio. And using the ceiling to help them, too, will flip this one past Velocity. An easy net for Raggio. And Velocity, again, who's usually a very smart defensive player, that was not so smart. Maybe they were just not expecting. They must not have expected that touch from Raggio. Velocity maybe was expecting it to be a free play, but this is a TRR team that likes to find ways to get extra touches on their solo efforts. As now Risky will get them started with another one here. Pinch in field for KRZ. Cleared back. Now Risky. Morph, again, that is well, I think they went by Luca in the last series, so same person, by the way, just a different name. As KRZ now will pinch it to the corner. Raggio to shoot this one, easily kept away by Zaf, who will find the crucial block on that one. TR, though, still the early lead. And again, for TTV Velocity, they don't have a problem playing this defensive style. At least Velocity doesn't. Again, he knows, at least in the back of his mind, this TR team likes to play against teams who sit back a little bit further. They are individually talented enough that they will definitely find ways to try to break you. Well, again, Velocity, at least from last of it, proved that he can handle it. Getting that win is a whole step above that. And as things stand, TRR right now are definitely the better of the two. As Raggio are looking to set things up for yet another goal. We'll watch as this one's kept away by Morph. Zaf to clear. 2 are up, by the way, for TRR, but in coordination, it will be Risky who has this one, as KRZ demoed for their efforts on defense. We'll set up to choose to watch as Velocity will try to move this one upfield. Morph with the ball. Doing a great job, though, and Risky, who will look to keep this one out now. Played in field, KRZ. Challenged by Velocity, will take this one slowly as Zaf. Risky's got to be careful. That one had a shot on the end of it. Saw a player from TTV Velocity try to jump in front of that play. Nearly worked too. As now a back pass. Some bumps. Oh, no one shot that one. They left. TTV Velocity left the play. They had a shot there. And in a 1-goal game, I can understand being nervous, but that's a risk you'll want to take. don't know if maybe the last goal scared them or not, but TTV Velocity as a roster, you gotta be willing to take some chances on these offensive plays. That was one that didn't have too much of a downside to it. I mean, obviously, hindsight's 2020, they would have scored on that play had they been willing to push up, but even if they don't win a challenge in front of the net, there's still a player back, you still have people waiting. That is not a full overcommit. Oh, it's a miss from Risky. TR handle it again. Velocity not willing to play too aggressively. There's only a minute left. They gotta start playing up higher sooner in this game. Also at risk of elimination very quickly. Raggio. Only one goal so far for TR. They'd love a second. Zap to clear. Velocity has Morph. And we'll go for it too. Off the corner. Second touch. Risky's gotta get to this one. TTV Velocity starting to try to put things together. I wonder if those early missed opportunities may have just spelled disaster for them. It's Raggio. Bump on one. Risky will chase this down. It's TRR possession. Risky. Played by Zaf, low boost, so KRZ will be next. Infield. There's nobody back. Oh, it's open. What on earth happened with Raggio? Did they not see KRZ? They jumped in. That is KRZ's ball, and Raggio jumping at it. KRZ never noticed. And TRR gonna be madly disappointed with themselves because they blocked a lot of the hard stuff earlier. That was probably not the goal they wanted to let in. Now, TTV Velocity looking to end game one just like this. It's in front of the net. Risky will let it hit the floor. It's on yet another overtime. Our third of the night here, in fact. Now, both Velocity and TR have lost an OT tonight. Now, of course, both of them against Arctic Ace. And this determines match point this early in this best of three. You would think for Velocity this would be a crucial game to win. Prove this TRR roster that this roster that you bring in is better than your last one. Well, it won't be that way, because TRR can score here. They won't. Oh, that one a little fortunate. It was a great redirect, and there was nobody back. Fortunately, though, play went wide. This one won't, though. No challenge for Velocity, and it is Risky who takes game one. KRZ jumping on it. Oh, and Velocity ran into Morph. I think Morph and Velocity both have to save, but because they both run into each other, nobody has it, and TRR will take game one and start the series in their favor. It's obviously not over just yet, but for Velocity, maybe a little bit of deja vu. Game two could fall very much the same way as game one had. Oh, moving to game number two quite quickly here for TTV Velocity. Elimination now on the line. Reminder, Arctic Ace waiting for the winner of this series. If TRR can continue to find offense, they will be playing against their... playing on the stream again, Arctic Ace, sooner rather than later. But for now, this is where we stand. TRR still needed one more win. This is a series that can turn very quickly. Off the back wall, Zaf. Ooh, that could have been a better shot. Velocity will be saved by Raggio, and Zaf, I'm sure, would like that shot again. That was one where maybe I was expecting more resistance from TRR. Raggio didn't have boost, though. They couldn't challenge, they couldn't play that. They never even jumped. If all Zaf had to do was shoot that one, it was almost certainly going to find the net. Oh, they'll have to try again now. But for TTV Velocity, the story of this series so far has been missed opportunities. Had a ton of them last game. Where they maybe could have tied the game up earlier, giving themselves more time to find that winning goal that they couldn't get. But now TRR is looking for a strong start to game 2. And again, Arctic Ace waiting for the winner of this, so you really gotta be on your A game here, because Arctic Ace is going to make things a whole lot tougher. Both these teams have lost them, both these teams got swept by them. They know what's up after this series. You gotta make sure that you make this one quick. You make this one look good before you even think about the grand finals and a possible bracket reset. As Raggio will slow the play down. Velocity next to it. Great move from Raggio. They'll actually get past 2 players with this move. Now KRZ. Played by Morph, and Velocity's in the right spot. The shot is wide. It's hit the post. Raggio goes across. It's Morph again. Now Velocity. KRZ. 50-50 with Morph. Risky. Maybe didn't like that one. That one will go across the field as it's Zaf and Risky. And now Velocity. Raggio. KRZ. Still KRZ. Zaf. We won't have this one. Velocity goes across the net. Chance to shoot. It's laying in front. And TRR will get rid of it. But man, this is a much better looking game here from the blue side. Still, TRR have done good enough to hold them down, and now they'll go upfield for their chance. It's Risky. Trying to take away the boost of Velocity. KRZ will go with room up to the back wall. Raggio now. Zaf. Risky. Oh, didn't want that one off the ceiling. We'll do a great job at least slowing things down, but eventually they'll be forced back, and TTV Velocity will look for a chance. They may not get it, though, as it's in their half again. And a Risky early challenge won't hold this one. They will have offense at the end of this play. Zaf, oh, great touch from Raggio, and a second touch, too. That's going to send TTV Velocity packing. As now it is Risky. Pinching it. Back wall kept by Raggio. Oh, and that's a beautiful touch! Velocity jumps in, and after almost 4 continuous minutes, it is finally someone who breaks the deadlock here. TTV Velocity have had so much good efforts this game, but I was so worried we might be seeing game 1 repeat itself, where they had so many opportunities, they just couldn't find one. But without a goal here from TRR, TTV Velocity just needs that good chance. Now up the back wall, and you're going to get a pause here. I think KRZ somebody asking for a quick pause. KRZ is going to agree to that. Might be having a technical problem here with TTV Velocity. TRR want to be looking to be good sports here, as we do have a disconnect. So we are going to go to a quick pause while we wait. While we wait a little bit longer for this game to continue. Reminder again that get a $100 prize pool on the line. As they're back. And now they're under Luca again. So I don't know what it is with them. They keep changing their username. But it looks like we're back. As okay, we're not transitioning in. We'll move back in just a moment. Game 2 will continue. So for TRR, still a goal down. Still in need of something to work in their favor. Morph's gone back to the name of Luca again. This is their 3rd username of the night. Well, here we go. TRR, need a goal. 30 seconds left in game 2 to find it. And Risky looking to get them somewhere. Has Zaf to beat. We're back. KRZ will be next to, and with game 3 again on the horizon here for TRR. If either of these teams really want that rematch so badly, they haven't exactly made this series look easy for themselves. KRZ will find the clear. It's Luca who will hold on to it, and he's just going to look to let time end, and he'll do a great job at that too. TRR were expecting one last touch that never came, and TTV Velocity now needs only one more win to advance to the Grand Finals for the first time in their Winter Cup run. For TRR, they've never missed the top 2. Now one loss away from having a first in their history. All the while, Arctic Ace Esports is waiting in the upper bracket and in the Grand Finals. Apologies, not the upper bracket, the Grand Finals for the team to win for the team that wins the series. Those are also best of 5, so we'll go back into game 3 here. We'll keep things underway, and TRR, I'm sure is well, and TTV Velocity is now really, you would think maybe 1 or 2 goals away from advancing to the Grand Finals. Either team has really been great on offense this series. They've not been able to score enough. This comes down to who can be the clutch playmaker when it's called. As TRR will look for the midfield, it will be Zaf who has this one. And a high flip reset, KRZ will be there. This one kept away, Luca. Velocity. Risky. Next to it. And Rajo, who will take the ball upfield. Now a 50-51. Velocity leaves it for Luca. Zaf. KRZ. Oh, will be a little bit, gotta be careful there not to get taken out of the field. Risky next will do the same, but this one's taken by Velocity. And TRR last game really suffered in being unable to get out of their half of the field. Trying to play again a very slow game where they just play 50-50 to 50-50. Well, they missed that challenge. And it's KRZ who needed to make this touch, won't be able to do so. And now TRR will need a goal in this game. So unlike last game, it doesn't take nearly as long for a goal to be found here, and now they might find a second one, Velocity. Oh, great job, though, from Rajo to get back. Unfortunately, though, again, defense for TR. They've not exactly been the best in this position, and Velocity is not making it any easier for them. This is 2-0 for TTV Velocity. Here's Z, who had to avoid the bump. Unable to get to the challenge. And now TRR in real trouble. They'll need a goal. Oh, they're gonna get it too! Well, a little fortunate for KRZ, but that's a goal nonetheless. Velocity, who tried to force a challenge out of them, will instead only work to his team's detriment. That is a pinch all the way into the back of the net. I'm sure a little sheepish there, Velocity. TRR now 1 away from tying it. Rajo doesn't find that pinch. Risky. Now Rajo, bumped by Luca. KRZ. As Risky. Luca. Rajo. KRZ. Again goes Risky, and TRR just really stuck in that midfield. They'll finally win a crucial challenge, but they'll need a shot at the end of this. You thought Valjo would have been the one to do it there, but they choose not to go for the ball, and now they'll go again! This one will find the net! A pre-jump from Maggio! He's a clutch scorer, and he proves to be once again. That is a beautiful pre-jump, and Luca, mid-flip, can't change the trajectory. Tied at 2 each. Grand finals for the whoever can take this game, and Raggio looking to do it. What a touch! Oh, it's dropped in front. Zaf has it. That was an incredible flip reset to start that play. I've never quite seen that before. Man, this TR team looks completely different after those last 2 goals. Like a whole different team out here, but that is an overcommit. That's a perfect shot from Velocity. Well, TR might be finding some newfound confidence. This is still a Velocity that knows what they're doing. Inside 2 minutes to go. And TRR again, faced with the position of having to score and tie this game up. KRZ. Zaf, block, is risky now. Up in the air, will stay with it, a 50-50 to the side. Maggio. KRZ. Oh, they don't have this one. It does freeze the TTV Velocity defense, though, and they're going to have a tough time getting back, although that is a great play from Luca. Slow things down. Doesn't stop Raggio, though. Double tap, not needed. KRZ with the free score line. Raggio had the opportunity of a double tap there. Won't need it, though. They know KRZ's open. They know that the back wall is open. They don't need to make it tougher on themselves. Besides, that double tap was the option that was blocked on the defensive line, so not going for it there is ultimately the correct decision. And a very high scoring game, considering that last games were, what was it, 2-1 and then 1-0? Many more goals this game than the last 2. And we're guaranteed at least 1 more to determine a winner, maybe even more than that. As KRZ. Velocity clears. They've got Luca as well. They'll find the pass. It's Risky who keeps it away from the net. Zaf now. Very weird positioning. TR didn't know when the next challenge was coming. Could have been a very easy place to panic. As Game 3 nearing its end. Does this series have 2 overtimes in it? TRR battling for a place in front of the net. They'll have a chance. It's kept away, though. No shot taken. And we will have a second overtime this series. Last time Velocity met TRR, there was an overtime in Game 1. For TRR, they now have 2 overtimes in this one. They won the Game 1 overtime this series. Now Game 3 for them to keep their streak of Grand Finals appearances to 3 events in a row. KRZ. Risky. Zaf to block. Luca. KRZ, now Luca again. Zaf's there, so is Velocity, but Luca might just take it themselves. Oh, a misclear from Maggio. Jumpy for TRR. That's another clear. That one straight to Luca, though. And this is going to be a great place to make things work. Flip reset, though. Nothing taken on that one. Luca didn't have the right first touch. And now TRR racing on the field is Risky. They can do a lot with the ball and no boost, as he proves there on the corner. Raggio. Well, the grand finals, all they need is one good chance. This might be it! A miss for Zaf! A huge mistake for Zaf that will end the run of TTV Velocity. Raggio again comes up clutch for the roster. And TRR, for a third straight event, eliminate Velocity in the lower finals and advance to the grand finals to take on Arctic Ace Esports. 2-1, a much longer series, but they will progress. They had to work for that one. Grand finals. Up next here. Arctic Ace Esports. And TRR. Well, what a fun grand finals this could be. Although, of course, my only concern would be for the fact that TR got swept the last time these two teams met earlier today. I feel like there's a real chance that happens again here. Well, we're not going to even be waiting too much longer. We're going to go right into this one. We'll get the lobby up. We'll get the... And we'll get the players in the lobby in just a moment here. But, I mean, this is it. Grand finals. One match to go here. Well, we'll get a rematch of the upper finals. And reminder for Arctic Ace, they only need one win to take the tournament. For TRR, they'll need 2. But grand finals, nonetheless, $100 up for grabs. So too will be a bunch of points. For Arctic Ace, again, they need these points. They're already in a spot, though, where it's likely they'll be well into the top 8. We'll get things underway in just a moment, but while we wait for everyone to join the lobby. But I mean, this is it. Grand finals up ahead. Arctic Ace Esports, TRR. What was a thrill sweep before? We'll see what happens here. So far, we have never seen a bracket reset in the Game 7 Esports Winter Opens. In fact, the longest the series has gone has been 4 games in the upper brackets, so maybe we'll see something a little different tonight. Or maybe it's just wishful thinking. Well, while we wait a little bit longer here, credit to TRR, another Grand Finals appearance. At this point, I think they basically have guaranteed that they're going to be the #1 seed going into the Game 7 Esports Winter Cup. I don't think they're too concerned about that. I mean, the #1 seed does mean that they're going to get, in theory, better matchups. But more importantly, it just guarantees that they're going to be in the in that final event, as in goes Arctic Ace. So everybody's here. Let's get things going again. It is a best of 5 here in the grand finals. Much like the upper finals was a best of 5 between these two teams. So here we go. Let's get things underway. One more best of 5 tonight. The grand finals is here. Well, maybe 2. We'll see. We have never seen a bracket reset. If TR can find some magic, maybe this is where they can get it done. They've already won before, though. Arctic Ace have not. This could be their first win in the Game 7 Winter Open. They would join TRR, who did it in Open 1, and the Zave All-Stars, who did it in Open 2. So we've had no repeat winners. We've had no bracket resets. TRR potentially could make history in both ways. But again, to do that, they'll have to prove that what they did in the winners finals was far from what their best looks like. Because, I mean, if you remember that, that was predominant for Arctic Ace. They looked like the better team in that in every single game. TR just didn't have a lot of offense to work with, and against TTV Velocity, that offense still had issues through a good amount of that series. So the first two games especially, they only had 2 goals, so they're going to have to really struggle with offense here, and Arctic Ace have not exactly had the same issue. Their midfield's been great, and they've already got a goal here as Envy gets things started. Not only does he get the challenge on Risky, but he bumps Raj at the end of that play too. UDEV with the easy shot. Arctic Ace with the first goal in this best of 5. En route to what would be their championship victory. Get $100 now guaranteed for both teams, so at this point you're guaranteed at least some part of the prize pool, but again, not only is that important, but so too is the points, and I'd hope to make the Winter Cup. You know that TR is going to be back again next event, and you know they're almost certainly going to be here for the Winter Cup as well. Arctic Ace again starting what would be their run into the top 8. This is a crucial moment for them to make things happen. And we haven't even mentioned it at all tonight, but they do have a coach with them here as well, Arctic Ace. They have Coach Cole, or I'm the Coach Cole, as they sometimes are known by, who is waiting on the sidelines, who is watching them about tonight. As KRZ trying to get things back for TR! Oh, it bounced in! Oh, man! Well, KRZ with a little bit of creativity on the corner to make it happen. He sends it towards net, but I don't think he ever knew if that was going to go in or not. Especially not with UDEV waiting, but an unfortunate touch. Hazy falls right in front of the clear, and it goes in for TRR. Oh, Winter Open 3 has had no shortage of some strange goals at times. That is just another such weirdness. As TRR will look to go out of their half of the field. UDEV. Envy. Arctic Ace not afraid to get another one here as they'll drop in front, blocked by Risky. Game 1 between these two in that last series was dominant. This one has not been, and I really wasn't expecting it to be. Games 2 and 3 were quite close, were up in the air. Definitely things where TR, well, again, they looked like the worst team, had opportunities, were at least able to play competitive. Arctic Ace, a little desperate at this point to find that lead, to re-establish it, and put TR on the back foot where they have been comfortable. Playing against TRR has been when they're on the back foot. Oh, but that's not going to be great. Raggio, KRZ, huge save there. UDEV blocking the chance and clearing it out. He'll pay for it with his life, but he does more than enough to stop TRR from scoring, and now that's going to be a goal for Envy. Well, he takes his chance with a ceiling shot. All he was thinking about doing there was getting past Raggio and hitting the back wall, but that thing just kisses the crossbar. That is unreadable for TRR. 2-1 for Arctic Ace. Oh, but it may not be 2-1 forever. They're already on defense up the kickoff. KRZ. Envy plays interference. As now Raggio. Second touch, that has been launched across the field. And UDEV now will go the other way for Arctic Ace Esports. Raggio. Oh, it's a block for Envy, a demo as well in the backfield. And now it is UDEV. Clear. Risky. Envy. Still Envy. Able to put on a challenge. Arctic Ace may have the lead, but they definitely feel anything but safe right now with it. One goal may not be enough to win this game. As infield. ERZ challenged by Hudev. It's Hazy with room. Resets. Not taken. It's Raggio. Big time clear. It's Envy who can't get there. Well, we've been mentioning the stand-up play for Arctic tonight has been Hazy. Raggio clearly for TRR. Another late goal. They've had several tonight. All going back to open one when they had the goal that won them the grand finals. I don't know what it is with Raggio, but he's got a clutch factor in him. That just has not gone away. He'll need to make something happen here. It's off for Kaspar. Raggio with that touch now. It's Envy. Back in. Has Hazy. Risky to block. Hudev. Still Hudev. Risky will take it away, but it's Arctic Ace who still hold. KRZ, Raggio, TOR. At the end of regulation, a bump attempt not connected. Hudev clears. Hazy won't take this one either. Risky, it's back, Raggio. Chasing another one that just won't be in range. And it's overtime in the grand finals. Now our fourth OT of the night. Not our fourth, our fifth of the night. And for Arctic Ace, they're 2-0. TRR are 1-2 in OTs. Only lost coming to Arctic Ace in that winners finals. Well, Arctic Ace, as we've seen tonight, have not exactly looked too nervous in OT. We'll see if TRR's nerves come back to them at all. They didn't look too bad against TTV Velocity. But we'll see if this grand finals against the team that they know beat them earlier, if there's going to be some adjustments to be made. Hudev. No one waiting. That is right to TRR's waiting in open arms. Envy. Hudev. Envy. And it goes. Arctic Ace have game one in the bag. A little extra touch from Envy. Raggio had to go. But they knew, they were not going to beat Envy. All they could hope was that the shot from Envy wouldn't be good enough. It won't be. It will be good enough. Envy. I'm sure happy with game one. It's a close one, but in overtime that they will win. And now we advance to game two. Game two, next up. Arctic Ace Esports is, well, not in cruise control, but they're in control. They've won the midfield throughout the entirety of the winners finals. They've been able to at least get the win in game one. They didn't win the midfield though. It was very much a contested battle. But they definitely are a pretty calm team overall, it feels. At least on the field, it looks like they're a calm team. And for TR now, 2-2 in overtimes, they've just not been able to beat Arctic Ace when it matters. And Raggio, who had the important goal for them late in the game, again, who's been their clutch playmaker. Well, he's done a lot of work for them. But again, you need to see that TR are able to win the games that are as close as these ones are. Arctic Ace so far have not dropped a game to TRR, no matter how close it's been. And again, Arctic Ace now 2 wins away from taking the championship. Reminder again that for TRR, trying to make history, even being the first team to win 2 opens. As that's a wide open net for Envy, and it's gonna fall in too. Well, that's not a good start for TRR. It's another bump play from Arctic Ace. Hudev landing on top of Roger. I don't think they were looking for the bump on that. But it has definitely helped them. At times they have gone for bumps. I don't know if that one was intentional. It didn't look like it. But they have gone for intentional bumps before that have worked against TRR. And now it's 2-0. Well, forget about bumps. That's just a plain whiff, and Hudev makes it 2-0. Very slow from Risky, who actually didn't even go. Raggio was the one who was supposed to go for it. In that position, I would have liked to see Risky potentially call it off. I thought they were in a good position to make that challenge. Maybe they weren't. As now a shot for kickoff. Raggio throws one back. TRR are battling still. As Hudev stopped moving, he actually backed up a little bit. I have a feeling, I think Raggio noticed that because they went for the shot right after that little backup move on the goal line. Recognizing that the opponent was not moving, didn't exactly have the ability to get out of the net that easily. The play was there, they'll take it, and Envy will take this one. That's a second goal of this game for Envy. And we have already seen 4 goals in the span of less than 90 seconds. And Arctic Ace with the majority of the benefit, looking to go en route to another 3-0 match point advantage. Sorry, 2-0 match point advantage would be a triple match point advantage. Of course, this game is still not over just yet, but for TRR, a start as bad as this one will not make things easy, but that's a beautiful play from Raggio. I don't know how they found that shot. Arctic Ace never even challenged them. They never thought that was a possibility. He just doinks it up the crossbar. And TRR and Raggio again finding ways to get crucial goals. It's been a mixed first part of the game for TRR. I mean, their defense has struggled. They've been getting bumped, they've been getting wiped out. Arctic Ace is ungraded. Seeing that, and they're gonna get another goal here from Envy, who is now 3 for 3 with a hat trick. The defense for TRR has struggled. Their offense, though, has found pretty good success. It just is they can't keep the ball out of their net right now. Arctic Ace, I mean, it's a combination of them having smart decisions and good shots, and TRR unable to make saves when they need to. I think more of it has to do with the fact that Arctic Ace is making some very smart decisions. TRR has been at the mercy of the incredible shooting this game out of, well, Envy and Hudev. And now Hudev makes it 5-2. That's their second goal. We're not even halfway through this game. We've already got 7 goals from these two teams. And yet Arctic Ace still seems just to be the better team right now, head to head. As Hazy trying to make it 6-2. I didn't think he realized that he had the kickoff there. Well, it won't be too much of an issue for Arctic Ace. They still have the ball. And Envy will pass to Hazy. Pinch to the corner. Hudev will jump for it. Raggio has it cleared. And now 2 to beat. Stopped by Envy. Risky. Hazy taken out. It's up the bar and down. And in the back of the net. Oh, TRR have been terrorized by the bumps. It was about time they'd give Arctic Ace a little bit of their own medicine. A big bump in a big moment. And TRR aren't done just yet. KRZ. Well, Envy has this one. Arctic Ace looking to reestablish the 3-goal lead. Hazy. Off the ceiling. Oh! Oh, an unbelievable dunk from Hazy. How on earth do you think, Hazy? How on earth does Hazy think that he can get to that play? What, as a player, makes you think that that's the place where you go for a dunk like that? That is an incredible awareness. An Arctic Ace. Back up 3 goals. And Hudev looking to make it more. Oh, it will be Hazy up. Envy now. Blocked by Risky. Hudev here. Look at that goal as well. KRZ. Envy without boost. KRZ looking for Raggio, but a botched attempt at a pass will mean Arctic Ace have it still. Hazy. Corner. Past KRZ. Now trying to go around Raggio. That one not above him. Arctic Ace. Envy. Saved away by Raggio. Hazy. KRZ. Off the corner as well. TRR. Well, they'll have to watch as this one pass by them. Risky! No doubt! If you're that close to the nets, surely you aren't missing. Envy, who just had to sit there and watch. 10 goals this game. 58 seconds left, TRR. They've always been behind this game, and yet they have always kept things interesting. But now they'll need to find a way to surge ahead. KRZ. Challenge won by Hazy. Arctic Ace. With Envy. Oh, it's off the back. It is Hudev who can't take it. He doesn't have the boost. Now a couple demos. Raggio. To KRZ. To the net. It's in. TRR are 1 goal away. And what has been an incredible game. Does TRR have 1 more goal in them in regulation? I mean, this is a game 2 where they put everything into it. I mean, whoever comes out of this game, the loser, they are going to be so demoralized. Because these teams have really worked for it. TOR need to score here. It's cleared back. Envy will send it away. Risky doesn't have boost. He needs to win the challenge, and he needs to get the ball up. They'll leave it. Raggio saves that one from ending game 2. Now he's challenged by Hudev and Arctic Ace Esports on a 6-5 scoreline. Have taken triple match point in the grand finals, are 1 away from beating TRR. And last event, it was the exact same, it was a 3-0 sweep that ended the grand finals. Zave All-Stars swept TRR twice. Does Arctic Ace have it in them to do it here as well? That is a demoralizing game though for TRR. So much on offense, so much work put in. And yet, it just isn't enough for them. A horrible start just won't save them for the rest of this series. And now they must create a reverse sweep if they are to even get a chance at a bracket reset. Well, the extra minutes will go through here. Arctic Ace Esports, though, are in the lead and definitely in the driver's seat. This has definitely been a much tougher series for them to win, though, than the winners' finals. You can tell TOR a changed team from their losses. And still, Arctic Ace might just be too good for them, even with TR knowing what is ahead of them. Well, Arctic Ace just need 1 more win. And here on DFA Stadium, this can be where they get it. Hudev. What awkward bounce will leave things up for KRZ. Envy. First touch, not a very great one, but well, at least stay with it as Hudev with a high lob. It's Hazy to follow. Risky to clear. Envy. As Hudev waiting! Shot saved by Raggio. Envy. Hazy. KRZ. Hudev. Arctic Ace Esports with no one else to follow. We'll leave the midfield open for TRR to take. As a team bump there, Envy's gonna have a little bit of help. Hudev. Oh, it's a good first touch. Hudev's got room. The back wall now. No shot on the end of it, but Envy goes here. This one left. It's a fake for Hazy. The shot goes high. Hazy needed a better effort than that one. Now goes Envy, though, for Arctic Ace. Deflected up by Raggio. Hudev, it's in! A lobbed shot soars and floats. And eventually catches the net. Risky. Well, he was swiped by Envy. I don't know. I wonder if that had anything to do with the whiff on the goal line. Definitely looks like it did. And Arctic Ace Esports. Well, 1-0 up. 3.5 minutes to go in game 3. As Hazy cleared back. Now Envy. And Hudev! Crossbar off of KRZ. It's in the net. And I love it. Just a selfless action from Envy. He could have taken the solo effort there. But Raggio was blocking it. At this level, it's about those selfless actions that can get you wins in crucial moments. And Arctic Ace have not been afraid to go for passes at times. But a 2-0 lead, that is huge for them. I mean, they're not out of this game just yet, but considering every single game has been won by a single goal, they've never exactly felt safe in those moments either. 2-0 is a huge help, a huge relief. The only problem is, that 2-0 lead can quickly be cut down by TRR in one chance. And Arctic Ace still searching for what would be a third goal in this game, and they nearly got it there. Good block on the goal line, though, for TRR. Well, fake from KRZ. I don't know if that was intentional, though, because Hudev of Arctic Ace is next. Now, Hazy. Oh, taken on the bump. TRR chipped along the way. Hudev. Risky. Envy challenged as Hazy's next. Long touch off the bar. And Hudev. Oh, what a fake! Oh, what a play for Hudev! Oh my goodness, a complete switch up against TRR. He fakes the high touch on KRZ, and that's all he needs. Risky. Stranded. Can't do anything about it. Oh, that was beautiful to watch. And Arctic Ace Esports, well, almost making it 4-0 there. Locked, but for TRR, that defense is not going to save them anymore. They gotta get some goals. Offense scoreless so far in a game they must win. It's Hudev. Pushed back in by Risky. Raggio. Hazy. KRZ. Risky now. Off the back corner. Raggio. Deflected wide. TRR still have a shot on this one, but it's Risky who'll need to make it. Well, they're gonna find the pass. It's Hudev who blocks. It's Hazy. And now Hudev and Risky doesn't have boost. Hazy. Envy. No shot there. It was deflected wide, and Envy almost had to choose to just take away that time. Raggio next. A consistent goal scorer. Silence so far in game 3. And now a pass play. Envy almost makes it 4-0 there. Hudev. Stopped by KRZ from escaping the blue half of the field, but this one pinched away. Risky's not there. It's Hudev. And it's 4-0 Arctic Ace Esports. Unless a miracle can happen for TRR. Arctic Ace are going to sweep the grand finals against TRR and win the tournament. "30 seconds to go, but at this point, I think all hope is lost for TRR. They've always made it to the grand finals in each of their 3 events so far, but this is going to be their second straight Open with a 3-0 sweep loss to end their tournament. Hazy. Roger to clear. We'll find a goal there off the post, but at this point it's far too late. Marjo's been especially good tonight, but TRR as a roster just does not have what it takes to beat Arctic Ace Esports. And specifically the Arctic Ace pressure in that midfield that they have definitely proven they know what they're doing in. As for Arctic Ace, they will be our 3rd Winter Open champion. Every event has seen a different team win it, even though TR has been in all 3 of the grand finals. For TRR, I guess a bittersweet ending. They won't win the tournament, but they will guarantee at least, at this point, they have to have guaranteed a spot in the Game 7 Winter Cup. They'll get a little bit of prize money as well. Well, it will be 3-0 for Arctic Ace Esports. I think they'll be pretty happy about that one. As well, that is Game 7 Winter Open 3 done. Reminder that after this, we only have one more qualifier for everybody to get points and make it to the top 8. There are still spots open. That is on January 27th. That is 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now will be Game 7 Winter Open 4. Again, spots are still open. You still have a chance to make it through, but it's a whole lot tougher at this point. But again, still a possibility. The run is not over for anyone here. If you want to make it, you gotta join the Game 7 Esports server. It is, again, incredible so far to see them again. Shoutouts to Game 7 Esports for continuously running these events. They're always fun to be in. But that'll be it from this stream and from us. And thank you all so much for joining the Sportia stream, for joining us for what has been a great night of action. But for us here, that is it. That ends the night. Thank you all. Have an amazing rest of your evening. Again, that is, again, reminder that this is all points for the Game 7 Winter Cup. That is in February. But for us here on this stream, thank you all so much for joining us. Have an amazing rest of your night. We're going to get a raid out to someone else here. So we'll get a raid, and we'll end our night here. Take care. Be well, it was great serving all of you. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the last Open, the last qualifier, and then the Cup after that. For now, take care. Have an amazing night. And again, thank you all so much for joining us and watching us in the Game 7 Winter Open 3.